I'm not sure if it would make sense for her. It kind of feels like her recruitment was an afterthought.
Big news just dropped. Caitlin Clark, the WNBA sensation, has reportedly received a massive offer from the Unrivaled League, a startup 3-on-3 league that's gearing up to make waves in the basketball world.
This is also interesting to me because I feel like it is kind of late in the game to start recruiting Caitlin Clark.
With the league set to kick off in January and a fresh television deal with TNT backing it, this could be a game changer for both Caitlin and Unrivaled. But is it all happening too late? Can Caitlin Clark, who's already a household name in women's basketball, truly elevate this league? Stay tuned as we dive deep into what this offer means, the timing of it all, and whether Caitlin should take the plunge. Let's get into it.
Caitlin Clark could receive a Lionel Messi-like offer to play in Unrivaled's startup 3-on-3 league, which is a full court press to sign her.
So let's talk about the offer itself. Reports are swirling that Unrivaled is preparing to present Caitlin Clark with a deal reminiscent of the one Lionel Messi received when he joined Inter Miami.
Caitlin Clark is needed for this league. It should be one of their main goals is to get her to play in the league no matter what that costs, no matter what that is going to take.
That's right, this isn't just your average recruitment pitch. Unrivaled is making a full court press to secure Caitlin's talents, recognizing that her presence could significantly boost the league's profile.
Unrivaled struck a television deal with TNT. This exclusive media rights deal is reported to be 45 plus primetime games. TNT Sports are also invested in the league. It's a 6-year deal that could be worth more than $100 million.
With a brand new television deal with TNT, which includes over 45 primetime games, Unrivaled is banking on attracting a massive audience. This 6-year deal could exceed $100 million, but there are still some uncertainties regarding viewership goals that need to be met. While the league has already signed 26 out of 30 players, it's clear they view Caitlin Clark as a cornerstone of their future success. Her unique ability to draw crowds and raise overall viewership has been dubbed the Caitlin Clark effect, and they're now seemingly realizing that they need her to stand out in a competitive sports landscape. But here's the kicker: Caitlin Clark is already commanding significant attention and respect in the WNBA. She's not just another player, she's a phenomenon. The question remains, can Unrivaled's late push for her truly make an impact, or has the ship sailed? With her star power, it's clear that Unrivaled is making a bold statement, but will it be enough to convince Caitlin to jump ship?
Nafisa Collier, who is one of the founders of Unrivaled, had this to say about Caitlin. She said, "It's just so crazy because the growth that Caitlin has brought to the game, the sheer amount of money that she's making these teams, people are having to move their venues when she comes to play, and she's getting paid like $75,000 a year. She should be one of the top paid players in the world just for the sheer numbers that she's bringing."
Now let's delve into the timing and recruitment strategy behind Unrivaled's push for Caitlin Clark. It's a bit puzzling to say the least. With only 4 spots left on the roster and the league already announcing a slew of players over the past few months, one has to wonder why it took them so long to focus on Clark.
Like Nafisa said, they're changing venues just to accommodate all the fans who want to come watch Caitlin Clark play.
Speculation about her potential involvement has been buzzing throughout the WNBA season, so why wait until now to make such a significant offer? Unrivaled's lack of proactive communication regarding Clark raises some eyebrows. They could have taken a more public approach to showcase her as a key target, generating excitement and support from fans. Instead, their silence and even instances of engaging with negative comments about her on social media painted a less than favorable picture. It feels like they missed out on an opportunity to rally her extensive fan base around their league before the hype train took off.
Players, coaches, media personality who have been so afraid to just admit the fact that Caitlin Clark has been the sole reason for so many of these things happening this season in the WNBA.
By contrast, other leagues like the Big Three have showcased a willingness to invest in rising stars like Caitlin Clark. Ice Cube, for example, openly acknowledged her value and made her a central figure in their recruitment strategy.
We have former NBA players playing in Big Three. For Cube to come out and be like, "I'm going to pay Caitlin Clark more because that's the value that I see in her," and he was so unapologetic with the way that he came out and said, "This is who we want, this is the value that we see in her."
Unrivaled's last-minute scramble to sign her seems like a reactionary move rather than a well-thought-out plan. If they had acted sooner and made their intentions clear, they might have captured the excitement and momentum that Caitlin brings to the court. As the league gears up for its debut in January, the question lingers: Is this effort too little, too late? The window of opportunity may be closing, and it's a critical moment for Unrivaled to prove they're not just chasing stars, but genuinely committed to building a league that embraces and uplifts its players.
I think Caitlyn was that person that they absolutely needed.
Now, let's examine the potential risks and considerations Caitlin Clark faces if she decides to join Unrivaled. First and foremost, stepping into a newly established league carries inherent uncertainties.
I think that the money needs to be high. It needs to be in the millions. It needs to be what Cube offered her for the big three at minimum.
While the concept of a 3-on-3 league is intriguing, it's important to consider whether it can deliver the competitive environment that Caitlyn thrives in. Transitioning from the 5-on-5 format of the WNBA to a different style could lead to questions about how her game will adapt. Moreover, Caitlyn has already navigated a whirlwind season filled with media scrutiny and on-court drama.
But I think Caitlyn Clark stepping into a league that hasn't been established yet, through the firestorm that she has had to go through in the WNBA, who's to say that once she gets into Unrivaled, all of these narratives, your fan base is this, all of this starts up again.
Jumping into another league, especially one that hasn't yet proven itself, might reopen old narratives and tensions that she's already faced. With players like Angel Reese and Dejanai Carrington also involved in Unrivaled, the potential for drama and media frenzy is high. Caitlyn might find herself once again at the center of controversy, which could overshadow her performance and impact her mental well-being. Financially, while the offer from Unrivaled is undoubtedly appealing, Caitlyn already has a wealth of endorsement deals and support. Her brand is strong, and the added pressure of performing in a new league could be overwhelming. Would the financial reward outweigh the potential for added stress and unwanted attention?
I'm not sure if it would make sense for her. It kind of feels like her recruitment was an afterthought. And also, if we look at these players, there have been some that have been in the media because of things that they have done or said to Caitlyn.
Lastly, there's the question of timing. With the WNBA already established and flourishing, Caitlyn might benefit more from staying in a league with a solid fan base and proven structure rather than taking a gamble on an untested league. It might be wise for her to observe how Unrivaled unfolds during its inaugural season before making any commitments. In the end, Caitlyn needs to prioritize her physical and mental health and ensure that any decision she makes aligns with her long-term goals.
Angel Reese is playing in this league. Dejanai Carrington is playing in this league. Skylar Diggins is also someone who is playing, and she was the one who checked Caitlyn Clark. I just feel like you might be setting yourself up for some more drama. Now, if Caitlyn is okay with that, I guess go for it, take the money and run.
As we wrap up, it's clear that Caitlyn Clark's decision regarding the Unrivaled League is a complex one. While the massive offer is undoubtedly enticing, there are significant risks and considerations she must weigh carefully. With the league still in its infancy and the potential for drama on and off the court, it might be wise for her to take a step back and evaluate her options. What do you think? Should Caitlyn seize this opportunity, or is it better for her to stay with the established structure of the WNBA? I want to hear your thoughts, and so drop a comment below and let's discuss. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hit that subscribe button for more updates and insights on all things basketball. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.